everyone, I am back. It feels like it's been ages since we've just had an informal chat. Did you guess what it is? Do you know what the item is that I've been raving about? The title of this video, the thumbnail? Have you guessed? Have a bit of a think and then let's dive into it. Now before I tell you what the game-changing, maybe even life-changing device is, but you maybe have guessed already, how are you? Thank you for returning, and how are you doing? Are you learning the guitar? Have you been playing for years? Are you writing something? Are you practicing? Are you playing in a band? You want to play in a band? Definitely leave a comment and let me know. But there's some massive things happening in the very near future, some competitions, some cool stuff that's going to help you guys get really excited about practicing. But yeah, please tell me how your practicing is going at the moment. But enough yakking, the device is of course, drum roll, GoPro Hero 5. Now you may have guessed from all those sort of cool angles, I had to get really sort of inventive and almost, I would say, MacGyver-ish by using some masking tape to sort of tape the camera to the ceiling. But I've wanted an upgrade to my GoPro for years and years. When I originally went to America, I sort of made all that footage. It was with this little GoPro, which as you can see, the screen's been cracked because someone stepped on it. And the quality, it was full HD back then. And look, it was okay, but the audio was terrible. So I'd have to have an external mic, which would just dangle and you'd hold it and it would, yeah, it was a whole thing. It wasn't too good. But now, finally on sale, they were such an amazing price. I got the GoPro Hero 5, and what's really cool is it shoots in 4K, just like this camera that you're watching now, so I can zoom in sort of 4 times, because this is the normal wide shot, but then I zoom in, so you get a little bit of a close-up, but it means I can shoot both at the same time, which is really cool. The other amazing thing is finally it has a screen, which is so good, because the other one I had didn't have a screen, so you just sort of point it and just hope for the best, so hopefully that sort of comes up. That you have a screen on the back too. The other sort of cool thing is it's waterproof, so you no longer need like a case that would normally go over the top. This could just plonk straight into the water. If I was more game, I'd put it into my tea, but I know they've done water tests. I haven't seen anyone do a tea test, so I may not do that. But yeah, really exciting. I'm sort of trying to build some clamps so I can put it to the headstock of the guitar like what you saw at the beginning. The other shot was on the sort of roof and just sort of mounted on the body. And I think it adds a really cool sort of depth, an extra layer of immersion and character to the guitar videos. So certainly I've been using it already sneakily, but you may not have noticed it was in my sort of big Cutlass Music Man review as the sort of third angle. But I'm going to be using it a lot more, especially when I demo sort of products or play songs, because I feel like it really sort of helps you just sort of liven up rather than just sort of static sort of shots like this one. But really, really excited for that. Other than that, the massive news is I have been so frustrated. I've had the worst 2 days ever. I sort of blanked off these 2 days. I had 2 days off, Thursday, Friday, and I thought, you know what? Pat, let's just finish your EP. It has been so long, and all I needed to do was I originally recorded my album by going guitar straight into the computer. And because it was either like 6 in the morning or it was like midnight and I couldn't have my raging stack of amps playing. So I recorded it straight into the computer. The tone was terrible, but that's okay, because what you can do theoretically is take that signal out of the computer and run it through a proper amp later on. So you can always just change amps if you want, add effects in the loop, change the effects, delete them, come back, but you've always got the hard work, which is the playing, is already done. So I've spent the last 2 days in agony trying to get it all happening, and I'll sort of put over the top. I sort of first tried with my 11 rack, which is supposed to be an all-in-one system, but can't get that working. Then I sort of dug up my old Focusrite, couldn't get that working. I even bought a reamping pedal, can't get that working. So I've decided, it's been 2 days, it would be between 16 and 20 hours spent on this thing. I cannot get the reamping happening, so I thought, you know what? I give up. And sometimes it's okay to give up, and I'm gonna seek a professional's advice. I'm gonna go into a studio, maybe pay for someone's time, bring in my laptop, bring in the devices and say, hey, what am I doing wrong? I've done all the research, I've gone on all the forums, all the YouTubes, but it's just different. It's not sort of coming up with no one, seemingly, I haven't found anyone else that had the same problem as this. So can't wait to get that sorted. And as you can see, the studio's a bit of a mess just because that's been taking up all my time. But a lot more videos are coming in. Now, I've been really, really lucky to do some work with sort of Music Man, and that was amazing. So we got to check out a really high-end guitar, an intermediate guitar, and a beginner guitar. Those reviews for the intermediate and beginner are still coming out. Amazing guitars, the price range. Here's the thing, when you're in my position, extremely lucky, and you have a YouTube channel and you have a certain audience and you get to actually work with companies, which is amazing. It feels like I've sort of won the lottery. The thing is though, you could go crazy. I've had companies for years, and I'm sure anyone that has their own YouTube channel, maybe like Ryan, have been approached to companies before where they're like, hey, here's a pair of headphones made in China, and we sell them for $20, but if you market them, we'll give you some profits. It's like, yeah, okay, that's kind of cool, but it doesn't really make sense for my channel. I don't just want to be shoving products at you. I want to show you products that I believe in. So if you see any reviews on this channel, just know that there's reviews that I've turned down, and the reviews that I'm showing you are generally, actually I would say 90%, are companies that I've fought for to try and get their product to show you, because I think that you would love it just as much as I love it. So if you ask me to review a product and I don't review it, either it's two things. Either I don't believe in the product and I don't particularly like it, or I just can't work with the company. Maybe I'm just not big enough yet. But I'm really trying. The next sort of range is more beginner guitars, more intermediate guitars, and practice amps. I've got a company lined up. I don't want to say too much, but I'm super excited. But if there's something you want to see me review, definitely leave a comment. And although it's been frustrating not getting the reamping working, I have been dialing in some lead tones. Tell me what you think. So it's getting there, still like a little bit of gain. The delay is only gonna work for some tracks, but I'm really enjoying it so far. But how's your guitar playing going? Definitely let me know. Now the last thing in this video before I sort of sign out is I'm about to go crazy, I'm about to go ham on Instagram. And I can't tell you just yet, but I've got some really cool ideas planned for how we can work together. So if you haven't subscribed yet, check me out on Instagram. There's gonna be new photos every week, as well as practice sort of tips and videos. Really exciting. I'm about to go sort of hardcore crazy on Instagram. So if you're there already, or if you need some help and you need some tips, definitely send me a direct message or a DM on Instagram. I always get back to you guys there. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Let me know how you're going below. I've been Pat from Pat Dev Music. I'll see you all again.